What's going on YouTube, Ferocity? I hope you guys are doing well. This seems to be a monthly video I make now where I talk about the latest update on Xdefiant. And honestly, we don't really have much. Yes, Mark Rubin released a post, a little bit of an update, but the update didn't tell us anything. This is what the update says. Hello all, quick update. We are doing some private tests to verify all the work that we did in the last few months. So far, things are going well, and we are all eager to go live as you are. As the team is hard at work to get us to live, we want to thank everyone who has supported us through this development. So it's just a post saying nothing's changed. We're still kind of waiting here for Xdefiant to release. And I get the people that are antsy. I get the people that want the game to be released. I get the people that have written this game off and saying we're not getting it. I get all of those criticisms. But what I want to say here is that Xdefiant needs to nail their launch. The only way they can be successful is if the launch is successful. And delaying the launch, making sure things get right, and putting quality above launching the game, just getting the game live, is imperative. I understand that you may not like it. I understand that you may be upset that the game isn't already out. I am too. But I will take a polished, finished product over something that was slapped together just to go live to try to maximize revenue and not really care about the overall user experience. That's what needs to be focused on here. That's what needs to be highlighted, is the fact that Xdefiant needs to nail the user experience. They need to ensure that from a functionality standpoint, everything works as intended. They need to make sure that there's no game-breaking bugs. They need to make sure their servers are on par with what is industry standard right now. And I'm not saying Call of Duty is industry standard. They are subpar right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. So if Xdefiant wants to compete and they want to make their dent in this genre, they have to come out guns blazing. And I know if this game had released 6 months ago and it was perfect, it would have been great. But us waiting an extra 6 months to ensure that it's perfect is important too. I would love to be playing Xdefiant right now instead of covering Modern Warfare 3. Because I can guarantee you that this game has been put together by passionate developers instead of put together by people in a boardroom. And that's the difference here, is I want Xdefiant to set the standard, to set the new precedent in this genre, that passion and user experience are what sells games, is what brings people in and keeps people and retains them. Not skill-based matchmaking. No, that's not what retains players. Retaining players counts on you being able to bring an experience that players want to continue playing, making the game addictive. That's what they need to do. Create a proper incentive structure so players are consistently wanting to play the game and get better. You know, the way Call of Duty used to be, the way Halo used to be, the way that games used to be. You were not penalized for being good. You were incentivized to get better. There used to be a reward for getting better. You got a higher KD, you got a better score per minute, you got a better win-loss. All these things that if you cared about it, look, you could show it off. But now, there is none of that in Call of Duty. Now, you're almost supposed to have bad stats, so then your games don't get ridiculously hard, matched up with people who only use meta weapons and meta attachments and watch every single setup video, make sure that they are squeezing every ounce out of the game. And I get it, you want a competitive advantage. But what has happened is the fact that everybody's using the same weapons. Everyone's using the same setups. There's no creativity anymore. There's no freedom anymore. We need change. And I'm really hoping that Xdefiant is what resets this entire genre. And we get back to basics. We get back to putting the user experience first. We get back to promoting incentives for the players. Not just forcing them to buy battle passes to earn rewards. Actually creating in-game rewards that are worth the time invested. I made a video earlier this year talking about camo grind in Modern Warfare 3. And I talked about how, yeah, like it must have been rewarding to earn it. But for a lot of people, it's an entire slog because of how overpowering the meta is, that when you're using some of these off-meta weapons, the game just isn't fun. Rewards for games should be difficult, but rewarding. And it shouldn't feel like this slog, like this marathon you run. It should feel like you actually did something important. You had fun doing it. The current reward structure in Call of Duty is twofold. Either the challenges are extremely annoying and unfun, or the game itself doesn't provide a reward to how you currently play. There's nothing in the middle. There's nothing that promotes fun and promotes a reward as well. And that's where the problem lies. And that's where Xdefiant can improve on that process. There's going to be a lot that goes into this launch, and what I'm excited for the most is the fact that the developers are going to listen to this community. They are going to take our feedback, and they are going to actually implement changes to the game. They know what it's going to take to make this game successful. You can tell by the way Mark Rubin talks to the community. He doesn't need to constantly update the community. He doesn't need to do that. There's no incentive for him to do that. There's no responsibility from his side to do it, but he still consistently does it. That shows to me that he's invested. He knows that if this game is to succeed, it needs the backing of the community. It needs people to hop on board. And I'm hoping that we find out a date to Xdefiant's release very soon. And I'm really hoping it's not when I'm gone in Sweden for 10 days, because, oh man, that will make me very mad. But regardless of that, I'm hoping that we get the date soon, because then we can lead up this hype train all the way to its release. That's what I want to see. I want to see the hype train really get everybody on board so we can help make Xdefiant as successful as possible. Because I'm looking at the overall temperature and the overall feedback and the feelings towards Modern Warfare 3. People are already over it. People are ready for something else. And the fact that Xdefiant's free to play, the fact that it is made from the same skeleton, the same passion that Call of Duty once had, could mean that it is the answer that we've been looking for. I've played it. Some of you have played it. I'm hoping most of you have played it that are watching this video. You saw what it had to offer. You saw the potential it has. That's what we're going off of here. We played a game that had enormous potential. Wow. And because of that, we're invested. We want it to succeed. And the potential of Xdefiant might actually be realized because it's not being bogged down by bad developers and by people in boardrooms that are just solely invested in year-over-year return on revenue. Because when you buy something like Call of Duty, you're looking at ROR. You're not looking the same thing with Ubisoft releasing a brand new IP. Sure, you want that initial investment back, but you're not looking at trying to turn $1.2 billion into $1.5 billion. That's the difference here. I believe that Xdefiant's going to have a little bit more freedom than Call of Duty has, because they're not going to have this incessant need from the shareholders to increase revenues every single quarter by hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's just my take. That's just my view into this. I don't want to go too deep into the finance side of things, even though I'm extremely passionate about that. But that's not what this video is about. I want to finish this video off just saying that when Xdefiant is announced, this is where you're going to find the most news and notes regarding the game. I am so excited for this game's launch because I'm so excited to cover a game that I'm actually excited to play. Right now, Call of Duty does not fill me with excitement. Every time I need to get a new gameplay, I almost dread going to the game. But I know this is what I need to do. I am looking forward to the game that I actually want to play and that I want to stream and that I want to consistently talk about. Because, hey, I might come off as a negative person here on YouTube, but I actually have a pretty positive outlook on life. And I want to show that positivity a little bit more with Xdefiant. I'm still going to be critical of it. I'm still going to be honest about it. But I'm looking forward to a game that actually, hopefully, can follow through on some of its promises. Because we know Call of Duty won't. But that's it for the for the video today. I can't talk. I will leave you guys with this. What do you guys want to see from Xdefiant? What is the one feature that you want to see in this game day one that it needs to nail? For me, it's really good hit detection. That's all I really want. But that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down below in that comment section. I thank all of you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.